Yes.
Oh, look at you.
Hi, I'm here.
Hi, how are you?
I am doing wonderful. You can't see me really well because it's light, but
Yeah,
we've
we're
got,
gonna we're gonna get you a ring light
I need to
coming to
get,
the theater near you.
I know, I need a ring light. Um,
Um,
I was trying to
wow.
send this live to someone.
hmm
I don't know how to do it, but
At the
I'll figure it
bottom
out.
of your screen,
Mhm.
it should have the option to like share on the bottom.
Yes, got it. Okay. Hold on.
So,
I'm
hi. Oh, while you're figuring it out, hello everybody. Welcome. If you could please tap the screen, send this to your friends. We are going to be talking about real news tonight. Not
Yay!
some Trump made up Elon Musk crazy nonsense, real news. And I want you to know that
I guess.
our Defense Department
Mhm.
accidentally sent out a text to a reporter about plans they had to send missiles to Yemen.
Great. That's
Now, Pete Hegseth, who is the head of our Defense Department, okay, and I want you to keep in mind, so Pet, Pete Hegseth. Um, well, I'm gonna call him Pet. All right,
okay.
Pete
That'll work.
Hegseth,
Hmm.
who is the head of our Defense Department, number one.
Yeah.
Um, it was one of his guys sent out the text and accidentally had a journalist in on it.
Oh, so it's now public knowledge.
No, it was not public knowledge. Now, Pete Hegseth's people
Uh-huh.
are trying to say nothing bad happened. None of that information was classified.
But wait, okay, hold on. So he's saying that he meant to do that?
He's saying like they're kind of admitting it was an accident,
Yeah.
but they're kind of not. Like Mike Waltz admits mistake in embarrassing sharing of Yemen strike plans with journalists. So his name's Mike Waltz. Mike Waltz admitted to a mistake in sharing Yemen strike plans after adding journalist Jeffrey Goldberg to a group chat with Trump administration officials. Then Pete Hegseth said, well, this guy is an idiot and he's a nobody and he's a liar. And something Stephen Colbert said that I thought was really funny was Stephen Colbert was like, if he is all these things, why is he in on a text message with the Department of Defense? And I was like, you know what?
Yep.
Get it, Colbert. Get it. Like if Pete Hegseth is such a like if Pete Hegseth is saying that this Jeffrey Goldberg guy is such a bad guy, why is he in on the text messages?
Um, do you think that they're doing the do you think the administration is doing this on purpose? So I watched this video a long time ago. It was like a month ago, and they were like,
You talking about
it
Trump's administration?
yeah, about Trump's administration. And this person was like, you have to
Mm.
understand that they're doing this to make it look like things are going out of control so they can keep us like I guess what's the word like confused about what's going on so that
Are
we
you
don't.
talking about like yeah, they're trying to give us distractions.
Yes. Yes.
Um so we're not focused on other stuff.
Correct. Do you feel distracted?
No, here's the thing. Like, okay, number one, they really did this strike on Yemen. They did this strike on Yemen.
I know. I'm just
Like,
saying.
that's wild to me. So, no, I actually feel like this administration is full of morons. Like, okay, number one, do we know where Pete Hegseth came from? Let's talk about Pete Heg. That's a good, you know what? Let's talk
First of
about Pete
all,
Hegseth.
he has a great name. I love the name.
Yeah, yeah. If you don't know what Pete Hegseth looks like, hold on. Hold on, I'm going to show you. I can't wait to show you what Pete had. Oh,
Oh,
that's Pete Hegseth. Oh, oh.
hi Pete. Hi Pete.
I don't believe in like saying things about people's looks. So I'm not like physically like I'm not saying that. His energy gives me. I'm going to steal and eat your chickens out of the chicken coop.
Yes, I get
Okay,
it.
but not like a good cute fox, not like a cute fox you would have like in your home, like like one of them cute little ones we watch on videos and we're like, oh my god, it's a fox. No, we're talking about like a fox that rips your chickens' heads off and eats them and then eats all their eggs and eats all your chickens.
Are you
That's what we're talking about.
comparing this man to a fox that eats chickens?
I am. That's
Okay.
okay. Pete Hegseth looks like a man who would bite the heads off of chickens.
All right. Well, let's. You know what? I think we just. This is not. We need to move on.
Okay.
This
Okay,
information
we'll
is
move on
not
from
helping
that.
anybody.
We'll move on from that. Hey, if you're in here, please tap the screen. Please
Yes.
share us with your friends. We appreciate you hanging out with us. If you got questions, put them in the chat. If I'm rambling, Rebecca will answer them. If she's rambling, I'll answer. We'll figure something out. All right, we'll get it done. Tap the screen. We love
Yes,
you.
please. Thank
So
you.
anyway, Pete Hegseth is now our United States Secretary of Defense.
Mhm.
And he, very interesting fellow. He was in the Army National Guard. And then here's a cool thing. He was on Fox News.
Yeah, that explains the fox with the chickens analogy. I get that now. Yeah.
And
Okay.
he is known for at Fox News like getting like drinking too much and like harassing other people.
Great.
He's known for that. So when they did his interview to confirm him, which I absolutely enjoyed, they were talking about these times, and he's like, supposed, alleged. Pete Hegseth is like, alleged. And we're like, no, sir, you're a creep and a weirdo, sir. A creep and a weirdo. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Tap the screen. Tap the screen. We appreciate you. Share with your friends. If you got any questions, put them in. We're here. We're talking about Pete Hegseth probably bites the heads off of chickens and how he was a Fox News anchor and how he let things leak about things that happened in Yemen. Rebecca, what are your thoughts here?
Just for anyone just joining the live, he doesn't bite heads off of chickens.
I'm saying allegedly.
Samantha added that. She added that. I didn't. That is not real news. Don't put that out there because we're gonna have issues. So that's not what
I'm saying alleged.
Okay. You didn't say
I'm
that.
saying like my personal opinion of what I think goes on.
Okay.
Well, anyway.
Yeah, I listen, we're at a point now where if we are leaking government secrets, we need to know what our Lord and Savior Trump was doing with Epstein. I think if we're going to be telling people stuff, like, we might as well just start, leaking all the secrets. Like,
Do you think that that's like, number one, Trump is we're never gonna, no.
What do you mean, no?
Like, okay, like we're never gonna know anything about Trump. I think, Rebecca, you and I, the truth will come out about Trump. People start writing books about him and everything long after he's gone. So I'm saying about 20 years from now, we're going to start getting the truth about everything. We're going to start getting the truth about what's going on right now. Because remember, like, we didn't even hear what happened with JFK. Like, really, Jackie didn't even start talking until what, 10, 15 years later?
I tell you right now, I better not be 75 years old when I find this out, though. I've got to know. I need to know now.
I want to know by the time I'm 65. So the first time I try anything, I shouldn't be trying, it's because in celebration of all the new news I've got.
Again, you and your future as a 65, 75-year-old, we don't even talk about this on the live. Nope, we need to move on. Go to the next.
As a millennial with no children, I'm just living. I'm just living my life.
No.
I'm just living my life.
What's the next topic? Because
okay.
Going off.
So Pete Hegseth, all right, because the reason I'm talking about him so much is because I want people to know the people that were chosen for Trump's cabinet. Police report gives details timeline of the SA claim against Pete Hegseth.
Okay.
The woman who accused the then Fox News host, Pete Hegseth, so he was a Fox News host, of essay in 2017, said that while she did not have a complete recollection of the night in question, she remembered saying no a lot and alleged that he prevented her from leaving his motel room, according to a police report from the Monterey, California Police Department. The report, which was released to NPR and other outlets after a public records request, provides additional details about the incident involving the woman and Hegseth, who was named last week as President-elect Donald Trump's choice for Secretary of Defense. And I want you to know that Pete Hegseth is now the Secretary of Defense.
Okay. I want to say, I don't know how many people are in this live right now. Is there any way we can look to see? Does it say?
Yeah, there's two in right now, but it's been going in and out.
For the love of the people that are just coming in to this live that don't really know us or know exactly what we're about, I'm just gonna describe myself really quickly. I hate it here. It sucks.
On Earth or in the United States?
Just yeah, like it, I mean, like our administration sucks. We know this, but like it just keeps getting worse over time, and we've only been in this now. What are we, March?
Would you like to know the days?
No.
I have it.
No, don't. No, I'm good.
Would anybody like to know how long we have left of the Trump presidency? I have it.
Please,
Hold on, Brooke. No, surely
Brooke's
there's
here.
money out there to
Brooke.
pay. Hi, Brooke. Welcome.
It's true.
Hi, guys. If you're in here checking everything out, tap the screen for us. Send to your friends. We appreciate it.
Oh, Brooke, you're so sweet. You're so freaking sweet, girl. I think that Mr. Hegseth, he has a colorful history.
Yes.
And, it seems as a Secretary of Defense now, he's going to make our American history quite colorful as well, obviously.
Yes.
So I think, over time, we're going to learn to desensitize ourselves to little pieces of information like, leaking military secrets to people that shouldn't have it. That's not important.
No.
That's not important. Okay?
All right. Oh.
So I'm just saying, like, when you read stuff like this, like, we have to, like, what's the level of, like, when it's bad? Like, it's really bad. And I think this is, like, out of a 10, this is, like, probably, like, a 6. Like, we need to start worrying when it's, like, a 9, right?
And, well, here's the deal. Like, I feel like 20 years ago, this would have been a 9.
Yes, exactly. But it's
and
not.
Now nothing shocks us.
Exactly.
Can we talk about something that okay. I need to break something down. This is a whole new topic. This is a whole new conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we're really going to enjoy it.
Okay.
Okay. So, once again, if you're in here, please tap the screen for us. It helps bring people in. Please share us with your friends. Even if you don't think they'd like us, just start sharing us with people for shits and gigs. If there's somebody you really don't like, send us to them. If there's, send us to your mom. Oh my God, send us to all your conservative friends, but send us to people who would like us too. Okay. Please go ahead and just tap the screen. If you don't have any friends like me besides Rebecca, just tap the screen. I just have Rebecca. Rebecca has friends. I don't have friends. What is what I'm saying?
You have friends, okay? Stop.
Okay, so let's go into the situation here. So Greg Abbott, who is the governor of Texas, okay, which Greg Abbott, I don't know if everybody knows this. I had no clue until today.
Okay.
That Greg Abbott is in a wheelchair.
Okay.
I had no clue.
Okay.
There's a reason why we're talking about this. Greg Abbott has been in a wheelchair since he was a kid. No, I'm sorry, 26.
Okay.
Yes, he was 26. Greg Abbott wants to get rid of DEIA. The conservatives keep forgetting the A at the end of DEIA. So it's diversity, right? Rebecca?
What? hold on, stop,
Okay.
hold on. So,
Okay.
so
But the
this,
last one is accessibility. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, I figured you were gonna get there.
Mhm.
What? Okay, on that level that we were talking about from the 10 to the 1, and Mr. Hagstaff was like a 6. This might be
Mhm.
a 7 or 8. We're getting pretty close. I
Well,
mean,
okay.
wait, what?
DEI is about diversity, equity, and inclusion. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. But it's DEIA. And it's diversity, equity, inclusion, and
Oh,
accessibility. But the conservatives always leave that A off. But that A is there, guys. And it's accessibility for people in wheelchairs, for people who need more space to get through. Let's say they have crutches. Let's say they have big wheelchairs because some people have to have the remote control kinds. There's all different ways that people need accessibility. Like some people have little scooters. I mean, the list goes on and on and on.
that's
So when we
beautiful.
get rid of DEI, we're getting rid of exclusivity. I'm sorry, we're getting rid of accessibility as well, which means people in wheelchairs and people who don't walk, just like you and I, will not have the access to some buildings, even some courthouses and things of that sort. And let's say somebody in a wheelchair can't get into a courthouse to pay what's their title or whatever. You know what
Right.
I mean? Somebody can't get in there because there's not a wheelchair ramp.
I
Now,
does what was this gentleman's name again? I keep forgetting his name.
his name is Greg Abbott. He is in
Okay.
a wheelchair and he is against DEI.
Does Greg
A,
know?
accessibility.
Does Greg know what the A stands for? Does
Well, Greg, okay, number one, Greg Abbott is a conservative. Okay. Greg Abbott, let me go over here, has done some really ridiculous stuff. Not as bad as, shall we say, Cancun Ted, who disappeared on Texas and went to Cancun when everything was frozen. I love him. He's such a good guy.
yeah, I forgot about him. Man,
But
he's
Greg,
a treasure. Treasure.
um, Greg Abbott is against anything you can think of. I mean, he's literally um, he's helping Trump in every single way with immigrants. So people who are here legally, I want you guys to know Trump is getting rid of people who are here legally, who
Yeah.
have work visas.
Yeah.
Okay, he's getting rid of people who are married to American citizens who are in the process of obtaining everything they need. He's not just getting rid of people, and I don't. He's not really finding those people, the people who came over here, because you can't find them when they have just come. Like the people who are working in fields and who are helping with American food, migrants, they're disappearing. There are farmers who are talking about they're going to have to go bankrupt because they're going to have to hire people and pay them a livable wage to come and pick fruits and vegetables, to come take care of their cattle. Because migrants were coming into the US, making money for seasons and heading back out. Now, the issue is here's the issue. It's hard for migrants to do that legally with the processes that we have
Right.
because they come over here, make a lot of money, which is a small amount of money for Americans, and take it back home for the season.
Correct. Yeah.
Now, a lot of migrants are like, yeah, we're not coming up there. We're not doing that because we don't want to get hurt. We don't want to get in trouble. And conservatives are like, they're taking our belongings. No, 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 honey. No, no, no. Mm-mm. They were helping you get cheap food.
So when when Trump is made the first time of like doing this, his initial idea is that, well, once we get rid of the illegal immigrants, but you're illegal. Are you illegal if you're on stolen land? Another conversation. When that happens, he believes that more Americans will be able to have these jobs, right? Like that's the main goal of this. And I think,
Well, I think that is a point, but also he has made conservatives believe that undocumented migrants are scary.
Yes, that they
When in
are.
fact,
Yes.
undocumented migrants they hide.
Yeah.
They don't want to be caught. They are, Rebecca, who commits the most crime in America?
Why? Why would you ask me that question, Samantha?
Because I think it's really amazing because in the United States, males are more likely to be arrested for crimes overall and for violent crimes,
Yes.
which I think is really funny.
You know what else
But
I think is
let's
really funny?
what?
What is the race of these males? That's what I want to know.
I know that's what I'm looking at.
Hmm. Do they look like me? Because I don't think so.
No, they sure don't. They look like me, but but they're not as cute.
Very true. Very true.
Um, wow. Yeah. So white men, this was the 2019 Crime in the United States, and it's an FBI chart, okay? So I'm just going to use this, and it talks about total arrests in the United States.
Hmm.
So when we go across, like there's totals in millions. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go across here, and these are okay. Let's just go across. So, uh, Dirter and non-negligent manslaughter. YT men, 3,650.
Nice.
Okay. Let's keep in mind
Hmm.
they the total arrests were 4,700,000 to 209,290.
Great.
Black men were at 1,815,144.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, when we go to
Hmm.
grape is white men 11,588.
And that's the ones that they're
Black
reporting.
black men is 4,427.
Wow.
Yeah, so white men account for the majority because altogether a total of 16,599 men were arrested. So keep in mind, 11,588 of those men were white. The rest are split up out in the minority groups. Did I say the R word?
No, you said
Okay, good.
the fruit.
Okay.
You said the fruit. Um, I'm trying to be a better human in general.
Yeah.
But my Mars is in Scorpio, so
Hmm.
not so much I can do. If you know, you know. Uh, it's the amount of people who are arrested for these different crimes that are not immigrants are
Hmm.
astounding.
Can I bring up the Brug abuse violations?
Sure.
YT is 700. I'm sorry, 748,874.
Mm.
Black is 274,670.
Yeah.
Like it is so much less, and yet men of color are it's treated like they're the ones that are doing all of these Brug violations,
Hmm.
and it's not. And the thing is oh, what I think is so funny, Trump was talking about um stopping trafficking coming in from Mexico and Canada, and everybody's like, YT people from the United States are bringing them in.
Yep.
It's not people of color. They're not the ones bringing in these Brugs.
Hmm.
Other people are,
Yep.
and it's American citizens. That's why when we look at these charges in comparison, I mean, drunkenness, YT men are over 150,000. Black is 32,255. I'm trying not to put the MEN behind it so
Yeah.
TikTok doesn't grab it.
Yes.
Um, but there's like, and the violent crimes go to YT,
Nice.
right? So the violent crimes, rape, aggravated assault.
Mm.
Um, YT has it by almost 80,000.
I
Well, and these are things that we don't. So in America, it's always, YT people are perfect, right? YT people are perfect. And that's not the case. We have been indoctrinated to believe that white people are so wonderful
hmm
when it really is an equal playing field, right? It's all equal. We're all human beings. Well, most of us are human beings. I'm not sure about Pete Hegseth. I'm not real sure these days. We'll get there, guys. We'll get Elon Musk. Pretty sure he came down here
Might be a robot, dude.
on an umbrella. I don't really know. Not like Mary Poppins, but I'm thinking more like some kind of weird Terminator. I don't know. I'm just concerned. I'm concerned about the whole situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you guys are in here, please tap the screen. Please share us with your friends. Share us with people who may not like us. Share us with your doctor. Maybe your doctor needs this. Okay. Share it with the postman,
Oh,
our post lady.
okay.
Oh my God. Send us to your mom. Your mom would like me. I promise you that. All right.
Oh.
Listen,
Um.
if you're out there just watching, come on in. It
Yeah.
gets wild. We've just been talking about how violent YT men are. So if anybody'd like to come in here and talk about that with me, I would love it. If you have any comments about that, because here's the funny thing. YT men will act like everybody else is the problem until it comes to their own daughter. Then
Boom.
you hear the truth.
Boom.
Growing up, my dad defended every man, defended locker room talk, defended Donald Trump, still defends Donald Trump, still defends locker room talk. But he will tell his granddaughter, you never trust a man. And it's like, wait a minute. You defended all your creepy friends. You defended all your creepy Trump supporting people. You even defended the orange man himself.
Couldn't be
Like,
me.
but yet don't trust them?
Couldn't be me.
What is that?
Couldn't be me.
I trust gay men. That's as far as I trust gay men.
I
That's it.
I I'm really, I am a recent, and when I say recent, what, the last 5 years or so, I'm a recent deconstructed Christian.
Hmm.
And I love brown Jesus. Still do. Still love brown.
Brown
But I'm
Jesus.
trying so hard to have love for everyone, including the YT males. But what I will say is that they are very cliquish, would be the right word for me to say. Without being too brash. A little
Yeah,
too, like, what is it? What's the thing? You don't see it, don't say it, or something. What is the in the
I have no
military?
clue.
In the
I've
military.
been gardening.
Okay.
Oh,
Um. All of a
oh my
sudden,
God.
but either way, uh, you know, I've heard a lot of men say, watch out for the other men or whatever,
Yeah.
uh, when it comes to their own children, but then they'll turn around and say the wrong things in a locker room, and it's like it's okay. Boys will be boys. It's okay. Boys will be boys. So
It's don't ask, don't tell.
don't ask, don't tell. Thank you.
Hmm.
So
And it was the policy from 93 to 2000.
it's
It
great.
allowed LGBT individuals to serve, but
Mhm.
only if they kept their orientation secret and did not disclose it or face discharge.
Wow.
So they could fight for our country, they had to keep their mouth shut.
Mhm.
Consequences: service members were found to be openly LGBT or who engaged in conduct of that would be discharged. The policy was repealed in 2011. I remember that. And I want you to know that Donald Trump is working on reinforcing Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Donald Trump wants to reinforce Don't Ask, Don't Tell. And I don't know what to do with that. Because as you know, I'm 37 years old, right? And I have seen gay marriage be approved. I've seen Don't Ask, Don't Tell be repealed. All these things.
Can we talk about how great you look for 37?
Oh, thanks.
Mhm.
I feel um like a big old bag of trash
You
pretty regularly.
just you look amazing.
Well, I look amazing, I believe, because I'm a witch.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I've never heard you say that, but now I'm just like, oh,
Also,
yeah.
because I am a thespian, take away the TH Ed no.
And I
I
definitely
men
am
don't
not.
get involved in my life and give me wrinkles. Men
I
don't get involved in my life and give me problems. I don't That's not something that I allow.
I
Oh
wish
my goodness.
I wish that was my life. I hate
Your
them so
nails look
much.
good.
Oh, thanks.
Are they real?
No, these are press
But
on.
they look super real though.
Yeah, I got really short ones because I
Oh
was
my
just
god.
the long ones were just getting caught on stuff, and I was just like, I've gotta switch it up. So I got
They
the
look
short ones
gorgeous.
on. Thank you. It's because you're gorgeous.
Oh my god. Get out of here.
Uh,
Nonsense. All right. Okay, let's just get our life together here. We have a couple more updates and something that I need to talk. The reason why I brought up Greg Abbott,
Mhm.
guys, the reason why I brought up Greg Abbott, who is in a wheelchair. Greg Abbott is the governor of Texas, and he thinks we should get rid of DEIA, diversity, and inclusivity. Wow, diversity, equity, inclusivity, and accessibility.
Disability. Mhm.
And conservatives always forget the A. Well, keep in mind, Greg Abbott's in a wheelchair, so I guess he doesn't want ramps. I guess he doesn't want to get around. I don't know. Okay, well, Jasmine Crockett said something today that I don't approve of. Okay, but she corrected herself.
What would she say?
Okay, hold on because I want to make sure I quote it right because it's pretty interesting.
Oh my word!
And when she said it, I had to.
You had to digest it.
I did. Okay, so Crockett. Okay, hold on. Okay. Representative Jasmine Crockett of Texas said that she was not deriding Governor Greg's Abbott use of a wheelchair when she called him Governor Hot Wheels in a speech. But she was referring instead to his policy of sending migrants who cross the border into Texas to blue cities across the country.
That's lies. That's a total freaking lie. You know
I
that.
wasn't
Oh
thinking
my
about the governor's condition.
god,
I was thinking about the planes, trains, and automobiles he used to transfer migrants into communities led by black mayors, deliberately stoking tension and fear amongst the vulnerable.
listen, listen. That what she just did was one like it's like
She called a man in a wheelchair Hot Wheels. You can't. I love Jasmine Crockett. She fights for everybody. She fights for DEI. She fights for LGBTQ. She fights for women. And like Jasmine, girl, like I love
terrible.
you so much. You
That's
can't like even if
terrible.
you didn't mean that, you can't say that.
Bro, like that is
You can't
bro.
do that. Like
That
I
is
get like
bro.
I know when Jasmine Crockett said that Trump is Putin's little hoe. I
That's
supported her.
ooh. Let's can we say that? Are we allowed to say that?
Huh?
Are we like?
We're towards the end of the lab. You know what? Let's read some Jasmine Crockett quotes.
I do love me some Jasmine Crockett.
And no, she shouldn't have said that. Even if like she didn't mean it that way, I love her. She shouldn't have said it. I support her.
It's cold though, bro. That's cold.
Oh
Oh,
my
Bree, thank
god.
you so much for gifting. You're so sweet.
Oh, thank you, Bree. That's the type of stuff you say in your head and hold back.
You're right. You're right. Cause listen,
Right. And Jasmine Crockett's a good lady. Like she's a
yes,
great lady who
but that
fights
was
for
cold,
everybody.
bro.
That was cold. And she didn't mean it that way. But you have to watch how you say stuff. Like there's times like Rebecca's one of my very best friends, and as a white person, I have had to undoctrinate myself from American culture
Yeah.
because it is innately racist.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Lewis, it's good to see you. But America's innately racist, and we have to, as white people, we have to unlearn racism. Hold on, if you're out there looking in and you're just scrolling on by, I want you to know, if you are white, you have to unlearn racism. And you're like, I didn't learn that. No, you did. Whenever you hear white people saying that black people were happy to be enslaved because they learned trades, that's not true. Nobody is happy to be enslaved. If you're so happy, go find someone to do that to you. But nobody wants that. And that's why YT people are real wild when they say stuff like that. And the reason why I'm saying it and Rebecca's not saying it is because she shouldn't have to.
Boom.
People of color should not have to lecture white people about how to behave. White people should educate themselves, get themselves together, and understand that it is not about white people. The world isn't made for white people. The world is for everyone. We are all humans, except for Pete Hegseth, Donald Trump, and Elon Musk.
All
We're
right.
all humans.
We okay.
Okay. What's that word? No.
You can't just do this. You can't say all that stuff and then just do this.
Allegedly.
That did no.
Allegedly. Hey, if Pete Hegseth can be the defense secretary and get through his entire confirmation hearing saying allegedly the entire time, I can get on here and say allegedly him, Donald Trump, and Elon Musk aren't humans.
Oh my god.
I don't know what they are. There's some form of something.
Stop. You're gonna get this live pulled right now. You need to rein it back.
Well, I had a nice time.
I did too. I had so much fun.
All right. Well, let's get ready, hop off of here, and allegedly. Thank you, Bree. Allegedly. Allegedly. Let's hop off here. We'll do some Jasmine Crockett quotes tomorrow. We'll talk more about
Ooh.
Jasmine Crockett. I think we should talk about Jasmine Crockett and get her history out there because people are going to be talking real bad about her. And guys, guess what? She made a mistake. And if we are going to hold Jasmine Crockett up here, then we need to start being ready to hold everybody. Is everybody ready to be held to that standard? Donald, Marjorie, Marjorie, are you ready? Sorry.
Listen, I'm excited. I think tomorrow's live is going to be good. I also think
Yes.
we're going to have some chats outside of live, what you're allowed to say, because you've just been off the rails today, man.
I know, and we've been, and it's been pretty good. The algorithm's been all right. So I think it depends on what it
testing to
is.
see how far we can get. Don't do that.
Okay, well, I'm just living my life.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, guys, it was a blast. Thank you for stopping by. And if you're white, unlearn racism. Okay. Bye-bye.